Good evening, guys. In this session, we're going to discuss about the JSON data iteration. I have an array of records. I want to iterate this, and after that, I need to bind this to a table. How can we display this entire data? And you can see the users array contain 5 records. I want to display these 5 records into a HTML table, and the table should populate. The table should generate it dynamically. So we don't want to write any TRs and a table headings and a TDs. So we need to write a logic. That logic should iterate all this JSON array, JSON data, and it has to populate into the HTML table. Yes, let us start the same. So I just want to explain you programmatically how we can achieve this task. Can you see this is the array I have, what I shown you in the slide. The same array I want to iterate and I want to display this to into this table. Just I'm taking a table element, but this table does not contain any tr, td, ths. We don't have any headings and I don't have any records inside the table. So now let us assume, guys, this is an array of records. Let us assume this was came from database, right? You write a service and consider you write a service and you got the data and you kept into a variable called users, right? Now we need to iterate this and we have to display to the particular table. So table have an id. To this id I have to bind the iterated data. So in the later session, I will show you. Now we are taking this data statically inside the same file. In the later session, I will show you how can we get the data from a server by using Ajax. Right? How can we get the data from a server, Ajax, PHP, or whatever it may be? We will get the data later in the session. Now I am taking a static array. This is having some 5 records, I believe. So 5 records and 4 columns. I mean, ID, name, city, and state. 4 columns are there. So now we are going to build the logic to iterate this. First of all, I have to create a table. And remember always carefully, when we are iterating the data, we need to check whether this users array contain records or not. If users array contain records, then we can do something and we can iterate the logic. If users array does not contain any records, we can do anything. Just we have to display a small message by saying that sorry, no records found in the table. Such a kind of message. If you have users, yes, we have to iterate it, and let us see how we are going to iterate. So first let me write one condition. So I'm checking users dot length. I mean, if users array contains a record, then let us have at least one record the users array contain. Then I have to iterate and I have to display it. If users array does not contain anything, just I need to display one message to this table user info by saying that sorry, no records found. For this, what I want to do, let me have a global variable where records equal to empty. Initially I'm taking empty, so later I will concatenate all the records, all the rows, all the headings to this records array. Initially we have records right now. We need to do, if you don't have records, what I want to do here, I just want to do records plus equal to concatenating. Just write a small message here by saying that sorry, no records found. I mean, if this, for example, what I want to say, you don't have records here. If you don't have records, what is the meaning of iterating this, right? There is no meaning, right? That's the reason I'm checking. If this is length is 0, I mean users dot length is 0, I mean there is no records. 0 greater than 0, condition false, so automatically it will come here, and this message we need to display to the particular table. If I have records, I need to iterate it. So what I want to do, let me get this id also here. Let me append this, guys, here. Document dot get element by id. So user info dot inner html, inner html equal to, just I want to write something called records. That's it. Now can you see, okay, go and check this, run the file, and you can see the output how this is going to be done. Can you see this is reading data from JSON? We are not getting that message. So what is that message? Sorry, no records found message. Now you can go and check it. Now I'm making this array as empty. So let me remove all the records from this array and let me check it. What is my output? Now I removed, there is no records here. Now if we can refresh, we are getting sorry, no records found. So we don't know, we didn't see the database depth, how many records are there in the database, or we don't know, but we just write a service to database. Whatever the data we are getting, that we need to display. Sometimes you may get the data based on your request, sometimes you may not get any data, sometimes you may get the records as 0. In this situation, what I need to do, I need to display something called empty, right? That's the reason. So this is, I'm displaying just sorry, no records found. Yes, no records found message will be displayed on the screen. Now let me roll back. I have got the records again. Now we need to iterate it. First, for this table, we have to display the headings. So what are the headings? You are going to display ID, and you're going to display name and city and state. So let me take the first record. If you can take the first record, from this first record, I want to get the headings. So what are the headings? We have ID, name, city, state. So how can we get the headings? Nothing but here, headings are nothing but keys. So the keys of an object, see, this is an object. How can we get the object keys here? Right, let us see. I'm going to write a small method here where keys equal to, we have an object predefined. This is object.keys is a method. This is the predefined method. Object is a predefined class. It contains a method called keys method. It will extract the keys of array. Just pass the user's array inside of it. That's it. So now you can just print this console.log keys. Just this variable could be anything. So whatever the variable I taken here, just I taken something called keys here. You can take any variable here, no problem. Right, I'm taking keys here. Let me print it and check this. What is my output, guys, here? I mean, just I want to extract the keys of an array. So moreover, I don't want all the records. Let me go with only first array record, users of 0. I mean, so what is this is 1 minute. So before going to this, I just want to show you whole users object. Let me show you. This is users object here, and you can refresh it, and in the console we can see array of 5 records. What is the first record? This is the first record, second record, third record, fourth record, fifth record, right? So this is array. The first record contain ID, name, city, right? What is the first record? First record is an object. First record is an object. Now if you can click on this, what it is saying, that it is going to be an object. So if it is an object, from that object, how can I get the keys of an array? How can I get the keys only from that object? I don't want to get the values. Why? Because by getting those keys, I want to display them as a table headings. That's the reason, right? So for this, guys, we have object.keys is a method. Now let me print this keys variable. So what is going to be here, all the keys, the first record. What is the first record in the users array? This is the first record in the users array. From this first record of users array, you will get the keys. What are the keys? ID, name, city, state as an array. Now if I print this, you can see array of keys. How many keys are there? There are 4 keys. Can you see? ID, name, city, state. What this method can do, object of keys method can only extract the keys of an array. Now I have to display these keys into the front end. Let me display on the, let me get the keys and let me display to the table, guys, here, right? What I want to do here, records records plus equal to, just I want to write a tier. This tier should contain close tier. So in this tier, I want to display THS. Those THS should come dynamically. What this array, what this keys contain? This key contain the table headings. Now let me write a for loop for var k equal to 0, k less than keys dot length and k plus plus. This is what I want to do here. Just yes. Now you can print this keys, keys of k. Just I'm displaying this keys of k. What this is containing, let me check it. So keys of k, just I'm printing. Let me check the each and every key you will get here. Each and every key you will get here, right? Now you can check it. ID, name, city, state. We're getting the keys, guys, here. But these keys should be displayed into a HTML table. So for this, what I need to do, guys, here. So simply I want to keep this into th. Let me go with here th and th simply. th is open and th is closed here, right? This is nothing but th open, th close. Now you can see what is going to happen. Th, now th id, th of name, th of city, something, right? But this should be displayed into the table, right? We just printing in the console. Now what I want to do for this records variable, I just want to concatenate. Can you see records records plus equal to, now you can check it, guys. So automatically those headings are going to be displayed into the front end. You want to display them into a capital letters, all the things, then you can write this dot to uppercase, right? This is the method we have, to uppercase. If we can write this, then what is going to happen, the keys in the table heading are going to be in capital letters. Right, now I'm able to display the headings dynamically. Now I have to display the records. For this I need to write one more loop here, nothing but to iterate all the records. Well, let me write the two also. Now we have to display each and every record in one tier. First record, how many records we have here? We have 5 records. This is one tier, and this is another second tier, and third tier, fourth tier, fifth tier. Like this we need to iterate each and everything. So let me try to iterate all these things. Right, now I'm going to iterate the same. Please check it carefully. So now I need to repeat all the records. Now we able to display the headings, right? Done. Now let me repeat all the records one by one. So this is contain 5 records. Now I need to iterate this users array. Calm down. So where you can take any variable here, where I equal to 0, I less than users dot length. So I don't know how many records in the users array. That's the reason I'm taking I'm taking users dot length. If you have 10 records, the loop should iterate 10 times. If you have 1 record, the loop should iterate 1 time. So I plus plus. Now just I want to print console.log users of I. Just I'm printing. Now can you see it is going to be iterated each and every record in the console? Can you see? You can see first record, second record, third record, fourth record, fifth record. We got all the records. Now what we need to get? So first record ID and second record ID, third record ID, fourth record ID, fifth record ID, something like this. So we have all the records. Now what I want to do here, let me take records variable, records plus equal to, I mean, why I'm taking here, every record is going to every record should be inside one tier, right? So that let me take one tier here and one more tier, and the tier should be closed. Now can you see what is going to happen? Now this is what done. Now can you check this, guys? Here we have table. In this table we have tier. What is the first tier content? First tier content headings. Okay, can you see I have how many tiers are created? Just now I append the tier. Can you see this is first tier, second tier, third tier, fourth and fifth, because you have 5 records. That's why you're getting 5 tiers here, but all the tiers are empty. But in these tiers we need to get the tds, right? So to get the td, what is the td? For example, let us write this here, records plus uh, records plus equal to, let me write a td. So td open, td close, concatenate users.id. Simply I'm writing users.id. Now can you see what's my output here? So users.id is going to be printed there, right? Can you see? Oh, undefined, users of I, sorry, we have to take users of I.id, first record of id, second record of id, some manner. Right now can you see you're getting 5 records there, getting 5 records. Now if you want to get users of name, then you can write something called users.name. Done. Now you can see second record is also printed. I mean the name is name column is also printing. Now next one is a city, and you can check it, and the next one is state. So I'm going to check the state as well. Stat is state. Check it, you can see the records are iterated, right? But is this logic is correct? right? So sometimes what is going to happen, this JSON array may contain some more additional columns again. So maybe they may have 5 columns again. Now we are having 4 columns. The JSON data may have 6 columns, and sometimes these columns may be changed. Now they take a name. Sometimes they may change it as a username, right? So our logic is just still, this logic is static. I mean, so this is not such a dynamic. Just whatever the array we can get from the database, we don't know. This is the array. Right now we have an array. Sometimes I may get 20 records. I need to iterate them, and moreover, this first record contain 4 columns. Sometimes this may contain 20 columns also. Now what I want to take here, 1 minute, let me add something called one more column here. Let me take something called pin code. Let us have some value for this 5,38 something I take in. So just you can take it as a key pin code, PINCODE pin code. I added. So you have to add the same, right? So let us add the same for every object here. Let me add. So we need to write logic always in a dynamic manner. So but right now, if I take this, let me check whether it is going to iterated or not, right? For this last record also I just kept, right? Now you can refresh the page. Can you see it is having pin code? Okay, my columns are coming dynamically, but what I need to do, so pin code value is not coming. So you want me to change my code again? Let me come down here and let me change my code as something called pin code. You cannot change the code each and every time here, right? We need to get how many records, how many values are there. Those values I need to get it dynamically. If you have 10 columns, I have to get the 10 columns. I have to get the 10 column values also. 100 records I need to get. See, later in the later guys, I don't know how many records you are going to get here. You may have 20 records, you may have 30 records. Sometimes you may have 2 values only 2 columns, ID and state only, ID and name only. So you may have such a manner, right? So we cannot rewrite the logic. So you have, right, you written logic now 5 columns, right? My logic should be dynamic. So let me remove this and let me go for a dynamic way. So what is a dynamic way? We don't know how many columns will be there, how many rows will be there. So whatever the data I can get from the database, I have to pass to this and it has to display the total logic. That's it. Now what I want to do, let me write one more for loop for the keys, where j equal to 0. Let me take j equal to 0, j less than keys dot length, length, keys dot length, and j plus plus. Simply I'm taking this, guys. Now I need to get the keys here. Let me print it console.log users of I dot keys of j, something I'm taking, simply keys of j. Let me check it, what is my output is going to be printed here, right? So keys means, okay, can you see in the console? Oh, I'm getting something called property 0. Maybe I have to take not in an object way. Let me take this into an array way, right? So now you can check it now and let us see what is the output we are going to see now. Can you see I have syntax error? Where is this missed here? Okay, console.log is missed, I think. This is open and close. This is also open close properly. Done. Let me check it carefully. So can you see we are having the records, right, dynamically, right? All the records we are getting, first record, second record, third record. Now what I want to do, simply nothing, records plus equal to do it, your job done. Records plus equal to task is completed, guys, and this should be in TD, right? Let us take a something called TD, and every thing should be in a TD. Let us concatenate the TD here. So plus and close the TD here, right? Let us check it and see it. All the data is displaying into the table or not. Can you see? Yes, the table data is displayed properly. Now you can see, you can change the records. For example, now what I want to do, let me remove 3 columns from the object. I'm removing first 3. So up to, I am taking ID and name only. I'm not taking more than that. But your logic should support. Your logic should iterate only 2 values. So earlier we written the logic it is displaying something. Now you can see each and every array contain two id name, id name. Now if I refresh, it has to get it, guys. Can you see my logic is dynamic? You can increase array values or you can decrease array values. You can add 10 more values in the array or 15 more values in the array, 15 more records in the array, 15 more columns in the array, whatever it may be. My logic is going to be dynamic here. Now you can roll back it, and I'm just roll backing all the values. Earlier you added pin code. Let me remove the pin code from my array. Just I'm removing pin code. You can add one more thing called country. Okay, let me keep pin code. I want to add something called country. Okay, let us go to add country. So here the key is country. The same I want to add for each and every object. So it has to iterate. Add it. Now you can refresh it. It has to get the country also. Can you see the country is also coming dynamically? Now this logic is perfect. How many records you are getting from the database, from a service, and how many columns are there in that array or object, whatever it may be, it is going to iterate dynamically, right? So this is our logic, guys. So how, just observe this and just check it how this logic is working and to iterate all the records. Thank you, guys. If you have any doubts, please post comments under the video. Thank you very much, guys.